constructor can have a parameter, constructor can have more than one parameter also, but only thing is return type will not be available. Okay, so demo D is equal to new demo. What is the meaning of this? I am calling the constructor. At the time of object creation, our class constructor will be executed. Constructor is mandatory to create the object. Object creation means calling the constructor only. Can I say this? Object creation means calling the constructor. Object creation means calling the constructor. If we don't write the constructor, then Java compiler will add one default constructor to our class. If we don't write the constructor in class, then Java compiler will add one default constructor to our class. We can check default constructor for the class using below command, java p space class name. If we write constructor in the class, then compiler will not add any constructor. Constructors are divided into how many types? Two types. What are the two types? One is zero param constructor, another one is parameterized constructor. What is the meaning of zero param constructor? The constructor which does not have any parameter is called as a zero param constructor. Then what is a parameterized constructor? Constructor which contains one or more parameters is called as parameterized constructor. Now see, class employee. Employee class is having two parameters. Employee constructor is having two parameters. I am writing the constructor. Compiler will add or compiler will not add? Compiler will not add. So now there is a parameterized constructor. When there is a parameterized constructor, at the time of object creation, we need to pass the parameter. Now guys, my constructor is having integer I, integer j as a parameter. My constructor having parameters. Can I say into I, into j, two variables? Can I say these are two variables? Yes. These variables are local variables. Why? Because these variables we can access only within the constructor. These variables we can access only within the constructor. Into I available, into j available. Can I access these variables outside the constructor? No. These are specific to constructor. Now let's go to our local variables definition. Can you tell me what is a local variable? What is a local variable? Inside the method. The variable which is declared inside the method is called as a local variable. Now statement change. Statement change. The variable which are declared inside the method or inside the constructor are called as local variables. It can be a method parameter or it can be inside the method. It can be a constructor parameter, it can be inside the constructor. Those variables are called as local variables. धीरे धीरे हमारा maturity बढ़ रहा है. That means slowly our knowledge is increasing. So whenever we discussed about local variable, I just told that the variable which is declared inside the method is called local variable. Now can you tell me ARGS is what type of variable? Is it an instance or static or local? Local. Why local? It is specific to this method only. ARGS is a variable which is specific to this method only. So this ARGS is a local variable. EMP is also a local variable. I is a local variable. J is a local variable. Are you guys getting my point? So if you take a method parameter or constructor parameter, those parameters are called as local variables. Method parameters and constructor parameters also called as local variables. Last one. Understanding? Your face is looking very dull, man. क्या हुआ? Break up? हाँ? क्या हुआ भाई? कुछ नहीं. Okay, ठीक है. Right. So now integer I comma integer j. There are two parameters available for the method. That means there are two local variables available. Those local variables we can access inside the constructor. They are not accessible outside the constructor. We can access them only within the constructor, not outside the constructor. That's why those variables are called as local variables. Okay. Now, can I take like this? Employee string name double salary. Yes. Can I take a constructor like this? Yes or no? String name double salary. What is this name and salary? These are two local variables acting as a constructor parameters. My constructor is having name parameter, salary parameter. Name is a string type, salary is a double type. Okay. Now I want to print it. System.out.println name and system.out.println salary. System.out.println name, system.out.println salary. Now, can I create the object? Yes, tell me how to create the object. Employee emp is equal to new employee. Okay. Can I create like this? No. What is this? What is this piece? I'm trying to call the zero param constructor. But this class having the zero param constructor? No. This class does not have the zero param constructor. Compiler is adding or not adding? Compiler is adding or not adding? Not adding. Why not adding? Because our class is having a parameterized constructor. If our class is having a parameterized constructor, compiler will not do that. Now, if I want to create the object for the employee, I need to call only this parameterized constructor. What is the first parameter? String. String. What is the second parameter? Double. Then pass the string data, some Raju, comma, salary. Salary. Okay. Raju, comma, 15,000. Can I run this program? Yes. Raju and 15,000. इधर अरे भाई हाँ दे वांट अनुसार मैं चल रहा है ठीक है यार हाँ salary why you are not taking as a float huh? If I take a float, now I need to write F here. Because the default decimal value is a double value. So if you want to take it as a float, you need to write as F here. Then it is valid. Right. Now take this. Raju and 15,000. So we are able to write the constructor with the parameters and we are able to create the object by calling parameterized constructor. Can I say that here? I am calling parameterized constructor. Can I say that I am calling parameterized constructor? Yes, EMP1. Now, can I create one more employee? Can I create one more employee? Employee 2. Yes, I am going for Ramu 25,000. Ramu 25,000. Click on this button. Yes. Am I able to create the two employees? Yes. How many objects are created? Two objects are created. How many times the constructor is called? 2 times. Here I am calling the constructor for first time. Here I am calling the constructor for the second time. So if object creation means constructor calling only. So whenever the object is created, constructor will be called. Constructor will be called before object creation or after object creation. That is the right statement. Constructor will be called during the object creation, not before, not after. Good. So if I create 3 objects, then what will happen? Employee EMP3 is equal to new employee. Employee EMP3 is equal to new employee. Let me take some Sita. Some number. I need to pass F. Why I need to pass F? Float value. My data type is a float. Okay, run this. Yes, Ramu, where is Raju? Raju, Ramu, Sita. So that means I am passing three, I'm creating three objects. So here I am calling constructor for first time. Here I am calling the constructor for second time. Here I am calling the constructor for third time. So three objects are created. That means 3 times my constructor is executed. Okay, good. Next one. Here guys, I want to initialize my class variables. I want to initialize my class variables. I'm going to take string name, float, salary. String name and float salary. Got it? So now what are these variables? What are these variables? Instance variables. Okay. These variables are instance variables. Remove this. Now, which constructor I have? Which constructor I have? 0 parameterized constructor. Inside the constructor, can I access those variables? Name. Yes. Can I access these variables? What is the output? Am I initializing or I am not initializing? I am not initializing. If I don't initialize, who will initialize? Constructor. With which value? With the default value. Okay, run this program. Null and 0.0, we are able to see that. That means when the object is created, our current class instance variables are initialized with the default values. Null and 0.0 we are getting as a output. Now, by using the constructor, I want to initialize the variables. By using this constructor, I want to store some value to the variable. Got my point? Using this constructor, I want to store some value to the variable. Okay. Here, I'm going to take string name and float salary. String name and float salary I'm taking. Now, can I say name is one instance variable? Can I say salary is one instance variable? Name is one instance variable. Salary is one instance variable. Then what is this? Name is local variable. Salary is also local variable. My class is having which constructor? My class is having a parameter constructor. So can I create the object with the default constructor? No, I need to create the object with the parameter constructor. How many parameters available? There are 2 parameters available. First parameter is a string parameter. Second parameter is a float parameter. String parameter I am taking here some Raju, and salary I am taking something like this. Okay, float value. Now, can I say that this name is holding Raju? Can I say this name is holding Raju? This salary holding 55,000? Yes. Now, data is available in the local variable or data is available in the instance variable? My values, Raju and the salary. This data is available in the local variable. Whenever I execute this program, that means whenever I run this program, my program execution will begin from main method. Inside the main method, what I am doing? I am creating the object. Employee EMP is equal to new employee. Raju, 55,000. So this is used to call parameterized constructor. For this parameterized constructor, first parameter is Raju, second parameter is 55,000. So when this program is executed, Raju value will be stored into name variable, 55,000 will be stored into salary variable. This name and salary are the local variables. What about this name and salary? Instance variable. Instead of taking the name and salary, can I take yes? Can I take F? Is it valid? Variable name can be anything. Variable name can be anything. What is this S and F now? Local variable. S is the first parameter of the constructor. F is the second parameter of the constructor. So this constructor I am calling. First value will be stored to S variable. Second value will be stored to F variable. Now, can I store local variable data into instance variable? I am repeating my question. I am creating the object. What is the meaning of object creation? What is the meaning of object creation? Object creation means calling the constructor. Whenever I call the constructor, this data will be supplied as a parameter to the constructor. Now, data is available in the S. S variable value, can I store into name variable? Simple, na? Name is equal to S. What I am doing? I am initializing instance variable with the local variable. Whatever the value I am passing to the constructor parameter, that value stored into S variable and F variable. This S variable value I am storing into name. This S variable value I am storing into name. This F variable value I can store into salary. Salary is equal to F. Name is equal to S. Salary is equal to F. What is the meaning of that? I am initializing my instance variables by using parameterized constructor local variables. How I am initializing my variables now? Those variables I am initializing by using my parameterized constructor. Suppose if I take name like this, valid or not? Valid or not? Valid only. If I take a salary here, valid. But confusion. Which one is a local variable? Which one is an instance variable? Programmers will get confused. Java people are intelligent. To avoid this confusion, they introduced a keyword called this keyword. What is the keyword, guys? This keyword. This keyword represents current class instance variable. This dot name is equal to name. What is the meaning of this dot name? This dot name represents this variable. This dot salary represents this variable. This dot name is equal to name. That means this is the value. This is the variable. Local variable data I am storing into current class instance variable. How I am differentiating instance variable and local variable? Using this keyword. This is used to represent current class object. What is the purpose of this keyword? This keyword is used to represent current class object. Got my point? Yes. Note down this program. Look at this. Now, if I want to print this data, can I print it? System.out.println name plus salary. Name plus salary. Okay. Run this. What is the output I will get now? Now, am I printing local variable data? Or instance variable data? Am I printing local variable data or instance variable data? Salary. Which one will give the preference? Local. Value is same in the both variables. That is a different story. But inside the constructor, this name will point to this name or this name. Which one it is going to point now? Local. How can I point instance variable? If I write this dot name, then I am pointing the instance circumstance variable. Got it? Always preference will be given to local, then non-local. So now when I go for this system.out.println of name is a preference given to local name or global name. All preference will be given to local name, not for the global. How to refer the global name? By using this keyword. What is the purpose of this keyword? To represent current class object. This is used to represent current class object. Perfect. Optional. No, mandatory, man. Because if you don't write this na, then what will happen? Same variable value we are storing with the same variable value. There is no use, no effect, because this name is referring to this only. This name also referring to this only. But my intention, whatever the value in the name, I want to store into current class variable. How to represent current class variable? This keyword. So global variable. My intention, whatever the value in the name, I want to store into current class variable. How to represent current class variable? This keyword. So global variable.